Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Napoleon Hill let that quote echo inside you for a moment, not just as a catchy line, but as a truth, a reality, a law of life. Because this is not just philosophy. It's not theory. It's a blueprint. Your mind, yes, your mind has the power to shape your reality. And whether you realize it or not, it's doing that every single day. Right now, this very moment, your life is a direct reflection of the thoughts you've consistently allowed to live in your mind. Not your circumstances, not your education, not your luck, but your thoughts. You see, the great secret that Napoleon Hill discovered after studying the world's most successful men, Carnegie, Ford, Edison, Rockefeller, was this: they all believed in the creative power of thought. They understood that thinking isn't just something we do. It's something we become. A man becomes what he thinks about consistently, obsessively, and with emotion. So I ask you, what have you been thinking about lately? Fear, doubt, regret, or faith? Vision and possibility? Because your dominant thoughts form your beliefs. Your beliefs shape your expectations. Your expectations guide your behavior. And your behavior creates your results. Hill made it clear in Think and Grow Rich. Truly, thoughts are things, and powerful things at that, when they are mixed with definiteness of purpose, persistence, and a burning desire for their translation into riches or other material objects. That's not motivational fluff. That's mental physics. Now, here's the powerful part. You have complete control over what thoughts you dwell on. You are the gatekeeper, the master, the builder. But most people, they live on autopilot. Their thoughts are shaped by the news, by opinions, by fears that aren't even their own. They react to life instead of creating it. They let life happen to them. Instead of building the life they want, thought by thought, this ends now. From this day forward, I want you to take full ownership of the space between your ears. Because that space, that's your kingdom. And what grows in that kingdom will become the fruits of your life. You want a better life? Then feed your mind better thoughts. You want success? Think like a successful person. You want peace? Think peaceful thoughts. You want love? Think lovingly about yourself and others. This isn't magic. It's cause and effect. And it works whether you believe it or not. Let me tell you a story. There was once a young man working in a steel mill. He had no college education, no rich family, no special talents. But he had one thing, a vision. He read Hill's teachings. He wrote down his goals. He spoke them out loud every day, even when people laughed. And while others complained about wages and weather, he programmed his mind for success. 10 years later, he was leading a multi-million-dollar tech company run from his laptop, changing lives and employing others. What changed? His thoughts. His circumstances didn't change him. His thinking did. And in the age of digital influence and remote opportunity, your mind is your greatest asset. This is the age of possibility. You don't need permission to rise anymore. You need vision. And vision is powered by thought. So here's your call to action. Guard your mind. Unfollow negativity. Unsubscribe from fear. Choose thoughts that align with your goals. Feed your faith. Read books like Think and Grow Rich daily. Let Hill's words become part of your belief system. Visualize your dream life. See it clearly. Feel it. Speak it. Think it into existence. Reframe setbacks. Every failure is feedback. Every obstacle is a stepping stone. Every no is leading you closer to the yes that matters. Thoughts are seeds. What are you planting? Today, make the decision to think thoughts of abundance, courage, and joy. Think like a leader. Think like a winner. Think like someone whose best days aren't behind but ahead. Because when you master your mind, you master your destiny. And remember what Hill said, you are the master of your fate, the captain of your soul. Because you are the master of your thoughts. Now go. Think boldly. Think brilliantly. and lived a life that only you can imagine. Because the power was never outside of you. It's been within you all. Along asterisk, there's one quality which one must possess to win, and that is definiteness of purpose, the knowledge of what one wants and a burning desire to possess it. Napoleon Hill, close your eyes for just a moment and imagine a life where you wake up every morning knowing exactly why you exist. A life with no confusion, no hesitation, no second guessing. Just fire, focus, fulfillment. That, my friend, is the power of definiteness of purpose. It's the first principle of success for a reason, because without a clear direction, even the strongest ship will drift. Most people wander through life like leaves in the wind, changing paths with every breeze of opinion, fear, or failure. They wake up with no intention, work without passion, sleep without peace. Why? Because they haven't decided what they really want. But the moment you make a firm decision about your purpose, the moment you say, "This is who I am, this is where I'm going," something powerful awakens inside you. Your energy changes, your focus sharpens, your actions align, and most of all, your joy rises. Let me say this clearly. You will never find lasting happiness without direction, because joy isn't found in luxury. It's not in applause or even achievement. It's in knowing you are living in harmony with your reason for being. Now, let's pair that purpose with the one ingredient that makes it come alive: faith. Napoleon Hill described faith as the eternal elixir that gives life, power, and action to the impulse of thought. But what is faith, really? It's not just belief. It's emotional certainty. It's the ability to see the invisible, to act as if your dream is already on its way, even when the world offers no evidence. You need faith when the results are not there yet. You need faith when the doubts scream louder than the dream. You need faith when the journey stretches longer than expected. And here's the truth. Without faith, purpose becomes frustration, because the path to your purpose will test you. It will humble you. It will demand your courage, your patience, and your belief in the unseen. That's why Hill said, faith is the head chemist of the mind. It determines what you attract, how you respond, and whether you keep going. So let me bring this down to the ground level. We're in 2025 now, live in a world where AI is rewriting industries. Freelancers, creators, and digital entrepreneurs are building empires from coffee shops and bedrooms. You have access to more information, opportunity, and tools than any generation before you. But none of that matters if you don't know what you want and why you want it. So here's what you can do starting today. Step 1. Write down your definite purpose. Not a vague wish, not a list of goals. A clear statement of what you're building in life. Read it every day, morning and night. Say it with emotion. Visualize it with intensity. Step 2. Build unshakable faith. Read, think, and grow rich. It again. Fill your mind with stories of persistence, success, and transformation. Listen to people who believe. Speak words of belief, even when you don't feel them yet. Step 3. Act with joyful urgency. When you combine purpose with faith, you don't just hustle, you move with meaning. You don't just chase success, you live on mission. Because here's the best part. When your life is driven by a definite purpose and fueled by unbreakable faith, you wake up happy. Not because everything is perfect, but because you know you're in alignment. You're doing what you were born to do. And no paycheck, title, or trophy can match that feeling. So I ask you, are you ready to stop drifting? Are you ready to decide clearly, boldly, joyfully what your life is really about? Because your happiness is not a mystery. It's a byproduct of living with purpose and walking in faith. This is your moment. Decide your purpose. Strengthen your faith and step into a life of clarity, courage, and joy. The world isn't waiting, but your destiny is. You can do it if you believe you can. Napoleon Hill, every person you admire, every dreamer turned doer, Every struggler turned success story has one thing in common. They cultivated a positive mental attitude. PMA. 3 letters. One mindset. A life-changing force. Now, let me be clear. PMA is not fake positivity. It's not ignoring problems or pretending everything is perfect. That's delusion. PMA is power. It's the ability to face the storm and still choose your response. It's the decision to find the seed of opportunity inside every adversity. It's what separates the winners from the warriors. Napoleon Hill wrote about it again and again. He said, "A positive mental attitude is the right mental attitude in all circumstances. Not just when things go your way, but especially when they don't. You see, life doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you are. And who you are is shaped by how you think. If your mind is full of fear, resentment, blame, or negativity, then even the best opportunity will feel like a burden. But if your mind is full of faith, gratitude, purpose, and optimism, you'll turn even your worst days into stepping stones. That's PMA in action. That is not just a mindset, it's a habit. And like any habit, it can be built. Now, let's be honest. Today's world tests your attitude every single day. Turn on the news negativity. Scroll through social media comparison and anxiety. Talk to most people complaints, sarcasm, fear. So how do you rise above it? How do you protect your mental garden from the weeds of pessimism? You do what every great achiever in history has done. You train your mind on purpose. Think of your mind like a thermostat. Most people let the outside temperature control their inside settings. But the most successful people, they set the temperature. They decide the climate of their mind, and everything around them adjusts. Let me give you some practical tools straight from Hill's teachings and applied for your life in 2025.1. Start your day with a mental warm-up before your phone, before the news, before the world gets its hands on your mind. Get into the habit of mental conditioning. Speak this out loud. I am the master of my emotions. Today, I choose gratitude, clarity, and purpose. This simple ritual aligns your thoughts with success. You're no longer reacting. You're creating. 2. Guard your input like a gatekeeper. Your attitude is shaped by what you consume. Unfollow the noise. Tune out the fear-driven voices. Surround yourself online and offline with people, content, and ideas that stretch you. Join a community, a mastermind. Read, think, and grow rich. Listen to people who speak life, not despair. 3. Ask better questions. When problems hit, don't ask, why me? Ask, what's the lesson here? Or better yet, what's the opportunity in this? This shift in thinking turns frustration into fuel. It's what entrepreneurs do when their business flops. It's what leaders do when plans fail. It's what dreamers do when the world says no. They don't stop. They adapt with a positive mental attitude. 4. Celebrate small wins. Negativity thrives in vague thinking, but positivity multiplies through clarity and celebration. And each day by writing down 3 wins, not big wins, any wins. You finished a task. You helped someone. You stayed calm in traffic. You chose to forgive. Every win is proof you're growing. And growth leads to confidence. Confidence leads to joy. And joy, my friend, is the fuel of a positive life. Now I want to tell you something Hill believed deeply. You were not born with a fixed attitude. You were born with the power to choose. He wrote, "You are the master of your fate. You are the captain of your soul." And that mastery begins with mastering your mind. Because when your thoughts change, your feelings follow. When your feelings change, your actions shift. And when your actions shift, your life transforms. You're not too late. You're not too far behind. Your past doesn't define you. Your habits do. And if you build the habit of PMA, every room you walk into will feel lighter. Every challenge will feel smaller. And every day will feel worth it. This world doesn't need more critics. It needs more creators. more builders, more believers, more people like you who wake up and say, I choose to see the best. I choose to speak the best. I choose to become my best no matter what. So start today, start now, and never forget. The quality of your life will always reflect the quality of your attitude. Choose wisely. Asterisk. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. Napoleon Hill, every person on the path to greatness will face it. Adversity. That moment when everything seems to be working against you. When your plans crumble, your support vanishes, and doubt creeps into your soul like a slow fog. But hear me now and hear me with clarity. Adversity is not your enemy. It's your greatest teacher. You don't grow from ease. You don't discover strength when things are simple. You uncover who you really are when life dares you to give up and you refuse. Napoleon Hill knew this. He studied some of the greatest success stories in history: Carnegie, Edison, Ford, Rockefeller, and what he discovered wasn't just intelligence or talent or money. It was persistence in the face of difficulty. That's what separated the legends from the lost. In Think and Grow Rich, Hill wrote, persistence is to the character of man as carbon is to steel. Without persistence, even the strongest potential becomes soft under pressure. But with it, you become unbreakable. Now, let's talk about you. You may be facing your own adversity right now. Maybe it's financial pressure, a broken relationship, a failed business. Maybe you're watching others succeed while you're still stuck in the same place, asking, when will it be my time? Let me tell you something that might just shift your entire world. This moment is not the end. It's the beginning of your evolution. You see, adversity is life's way of asking, how bad do you want it? Will you keep showing up when the crowd disappears? Will you keep believing when the numbers don't make sense? Will you keep pushing when every door seems closed? This is where most people give up, but not you, because you're not most people. You're someone who understands the power of perspective. You can't control every event, but you can always control what it means to you. That's where freedom lives. That's where growth begins. Shift your perspective, and the mountain becomes your training ground. The failure becomes feedback. The delay becomes preparation. Let me take you to 2025. The world has changed. AI is automating industries. The gig economy is exploding. Attention is currency. Disruption is constant. You will be challenged to adapt, to evolve, and to think on your feet. But here's the good news. Those who persist, those who learn to pivot without quitting, win in this economy. The overnight success. Myth. The viral breakthrough. Rare. What really builds wealth, influence, joy, and impact is long-term resilience. You don't need more hacks. You need more heart. So let me give you 3 powerful tools straight from Napoleon Hill's wisdom. Sharpen for today's battles. 1. Burn the bridge of retreat. Once you decide on a goal, burn the alternative. Don't look back. Hill called this definiteness of decision. When Cortez arrived on the shores of the New World, he burned his ships. Victory became the only option. Do the same. You can't move forward with one foot in your past and one in your fear. Commit fully. 2. Reframe every setback as a test. Hill taught. Temporary defeat should mean only one thing, the certain knowledge that there is something wrong with your plan. You didn't fail. Your method did. Analyze. Adjust. Try again. Each obstacle isn't punishment. It's preparation. 3. Stay in motion. No matter what, progress builds confidence. Action defeats fear. Even on your worst days, do something. Send the email. Write the plan. Make the call. Record the video. Momentum doesn't come from motivation. It comes from movement. Keep moving and the path reveals itself. Let me leave you with this. Your dreams were not planned in your heart to torture you. They're there because you have what it takes to bring them to life. And the obstacle in front of you is not proof that you're failing. It's proof that you're on the right path. No mountain is climbed without struggle. No diamond is formed without pressure. So dig deep, breathe steady, and keep climbing. You're not being buried, you're being planted. And soon, the world will witness your bloom. Just like Hill said, victory is always possible for the person who refuses to stop fighting. And you are born to win. Asterisk. Success requires no apologies. Failure permits no alibis. Napoleon Hill. If you truly want to change your life, if you're tired of the frustration, the stuckness, the invisible walls that seem to rise no matter how hard you try, then listen carefully, because what I'm about to share isn't theory. It's not guesswork. It's a formula used by the greatest minds in history, refined through time, tested by adversity, and proven through results. And it begins with you. You already have the power inside you. But potential means nothing without a process. That's why today we're not just going to talk about mindset. We're going to build a plan, a path forward, a simple, practical, actionable way to move from dreaming to doing. And it all begins with three things: a positive mental attitude, PMA, unshakable faith, the power of a mastermind. Let's break them down one by one and show you how to apply each in your real everyday life right now. In 2025.1, build the habit of positive mental attitude. PMA is not just thinking happy thoughts. It's the decision to see, speak, and respond to life with purpose and power even when things go wrong. Napoleon Hill called it the right mental attitude in all circumstances. So how do you build it? Start your day with mental conditioning. Before you check your phone, check your mind. Write down 3 things you're grateful for. Read or listen to 10 minutes of something uplifting. Hill's Think and Grow Rich, The Law of Success, or modern motivational talks rooted in truth. This small daily ritual resets your mind to look for possibility, not problems. Second, change your self-talk. Most people speak to themselves like they're failures. You must speak to yourself like a champion. Repeat daily: I am focused. I am growing. I am exactly where I need to be to become who I was meant to be. Remember, PMA is not a feeling. It's a practice. 2. Develop unshakable faith. Faith is the bridge between your desire and your result. It is the internal force that keeps you walking, even when the path is hidden. But in today's world, faith is often buried under doubt, data, and distractions. So how do you rebuild it? Feed it daily, consistently, deliberately. Revisit your goals every morning. Speak them out loud. Visualize them. See the outcome. Feel the emotions of success before it arrives. Affirm your identity. I am a person of purpose. I trust the process. I believe in my future. In 2025, your faith must be louder than the algorithm. Don't let likes, comments, or short-term results decide your value. Let your vision define your path. Hill wrote, faith is the only known antidote to failure. So build it like a muscle until it becomes your default saying. 3. Align with a mastermind group. This one is a game changer. You can have PMA, you can have faith, but if you surround yourself with negativity, doubt, or mediocrity, your energy will drain. That's why Hill stressed the mastermind principle, of friendly alliance of people working together in harmony toward a definite goal. In the modern world, your mastermind doesn't have to be physical. It can be digital. Start or join a group of like-minded individuals with shared values and ambition. Host weekly virtual check-ins. Discuss wins, ideas, challenges, and next steps. Learn from each other's mistakes. Share resources. Hold each other accountable. In 2025, connection is easier than ever. Use it not for distraction, but construction. Because your circle will either build your dream or block it. Choose wisely. Now let me be real with you. None of these steps work if you don't commit. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. But you must begin. Today. Success doesn't come from wishing. It comes from doing with intention, clarity, and resilience. So start now. Claim your PMA each morning. Grow your faith each day. Build your mastermind each week. Do this for 90 days, and your entire life will begin to shift. You'll notice more energy, more focus, better decisions. Doors will open, confidence will rise, and you'll stop asking, will it happen for me? And start saying, it's happening because I'm making it happen. Napoleon Hill said, you give before you get. So give your full energy to these principles, and life will give you more than you ever imagined, because success is not a secret, it's a system. And now, you have the map. Walk it boldly. Asterisk.